Hello everybody, welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. So let's start with the DXY as usually. We start on the monthly chart, and what could we see as last week? We have this monthly bullish M, so we have the first leg here, second leg, third leg, and the fourth leg coming back till this last higher low here. So here's the price stuck at this higher low. So we have here some very big bullish momentum that kicked in, so we can expect that also here because we are still bullish. So if I go now to the weekly chart, so I go to the weekly, and what can I see on the weekly? You have here already some kind of struggle to break it. We have here the first week, the second week that will close like this. And if we have the third week that can close bullish, then we can expect more bullish momentum. But we have still these weekly bearish candles. The last two are still not that impulsive closes. So this can be a sign already that the price having some difficulties to break this monthly higher low. So if I go to the daily now, we have that weekly bearish candle, so we could expect still some bearish momentum. So on the daily, what I can see on the daily, if I take my line chart, then it will be clear. You have here your first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg. You have that bearish W here, that bearish W that can hold the price down for more downside momentum. So I expect that we can have a push again to the downside, maybe the same lows, and then we can go to the upside, or we can go to the daily minus 27. So that's what I can see. So if I go back to the candle chart, you can see the price tapped this previous lower high here. You can see it rejected on this lower high, and then we can go more to the downside to the daily minus 27. So the daily is bearish. If I look on the 4-hour now, you can see we touched the daily zone of interest here, and we made here a kind of false break. So what we can now make is a possible shoulder one here, head. Price needs to come back a little bit more to the downside, and then we can make the shoulder two. So this is what can happen, and we will see what will happen. So I expect the DXY still going to the downside. We have still this descending channel holding the price down here, so we can just trade in that descending channel. So the first trade I'm looking at this week, EURCAD, if I go on the weekly, what you can see on the weekly chart is, if I go to the monthly also, so I drew my horizontal line at this monthly very big reversal. So we had here our big impulse to the downside. I just took here a line. And what can I see on the monthly? You can see we had here some resistance here. Then we had here again some nice wick that went impulsive to the downside. After that, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance possibly. So this is a monthly supply and demand zone. So that's why I took there the horizontal line, because we have here some big sellers kicking in. So we can expect it also to there. So if I go to the weekly, you can see, no, I will go to the monthly, because the monthly is almost making a red candle. I think in already on Wednesday, we will have a monthly candle close. So if this closes bearish, there is a high chance we can go more to the downside. So if I go to the weekly is telling me, okay, we have a weekly bearish candle close this week. We are still bullish, because on the line chart, you can see we can make this shoulder one here, this head, shoulder two, which we already rejected on here. And we can come back till that zone again, till that blue zone again. So where the buying orders are sitting at. But we have that weekly bearish candle close. We have that kind of diesel here, huge diesel on the weekly. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and you can count maybe this as a 6 and a 7 week. So yeah, weekly is bearish candle close. I can look for the daily, and what I can see on the daily is a possible head and shoulders. So a shoulder one, head, possible shoulder two, the price coming back to this daily shoulder one zone. And if the price comes back still my weekly shoulder one zone, then it's not more for me that interesting, because from the weekly we had here some very big buyers kicking in, and then we can just go to the upside. So that's what I want to see. I want to just go to the upside from here, and then we can do this daily flip completion on that weekly zone, and then we can go back up to the upside. So that's what I can see, and that's what I want to see on the 4-hour. What we can see there, just a bullish candle close. So maybe there will be, after that bullish candle close, some corrective nature here, counter to the trend, or possible more downside momentum. That's what we need to see. So yeah. Then the second trade, GBPCAD. So on GBPCAD, on the weekly, what we can see is we have a potential, yeah, we are still in a bullish market because we have here that lower high, a higher low, sorry, higher high, and everything between this low and high is just a correction for more upside momentum. But I can see also a pattern within that. We have here, if I zoom in a little bit more, we have here that shoulder 1, this head, possible shoulder 2. We have that weekly bearish candle close, so we can go to that shoulder 1 region here, and then we can reverse back to the upside because we have that weekly bullish driver. So we have that weekly bearish candle close. I expect the price to come back till this shoulder 1 zone with that IC here sitting. So if I go to the daily, I will go to the daily, then I will delete this. And what you can see on the daily is we have still that daily bullish driver. We have that low here, and this is our high. Everything between this low and high is just a correction for more upside momentum. So I took my Fibonacci because we are trading against the trend from the whole structure. So we have that Fibonacci drawn from the high till the low here. And we can make then this possible bearish W. So we have that first leg, second leg, the third leg. I think it will close a little bit lower, and then we can make possibly that pull back for the fake out. So if we can have here a bearish candle close like this, and then the next one will be going to the upside like this, not the best drawing. And then we can have here a touch of that daily zone, previous lower high. Then I will trade the fake out, or if we don't have a trade there, then we can go on this daily previous highs and there find a diesel or trade. So that's what I want to see, that the price going a little bit more to the downside like this, and then we can go to this fake out to make a possible short here, stop loss like this, and then to the daily IC here. And if we touch that weekly zone of interest or the daily IC, then I'm not interested anymore because this IC is holding the price up. Everything between this higher low and the higher high is just a correction for more upside momentum. So that's what I can see for GBPCAD, what will happen there. And yeah, the rest of the trades are still, they need to have still some more patience to develop for having a trade, possible trade. So yeah, it's just a little bit quiet now this week for me. Yeah, the GPY I'm a little bit looking at, but we have already that weekly highs that got tapped, so this is a low potential trade for me. You have still that bullish M to take, but yeah, it's still making here this large on the daily lower high, lower low, so everything between that is just a correction for more downside momentum. So also a more low potential trade, GBPCHF. You have that possible natural M, same highs, same lows, but we need to touch this 61.80 with a wick or a candle close before taking there a trade, because this bullish M is still active, because we still didn't tap this daily minus 27. Then Euro CHF, possible bearish W fake out here. If you go more to the downside, you can take it on the lower high or the beginning of correction fake out. Possible because you have that weekly bearish candle close here and the diesel box forming already. So yeah. Then Euro USD, possible bullish M here. You have here that bullish M that can play out. Then we need to search here for a 4-hour pattern, maybe a shoulder 1, head shoulder 2 on the 4-hour. That's what we need to see on Euro USD and USD CAD. Yeah, also a possible bearish W that the price can come back to my daily zone of interest here. So yeah, these trades need to have a lot of patience now. And yeah, EURCAD and GBPCAD, I will see what will happen from there. So yeah, I hope you have a nice trading week, everybody, and see you next week. Bye.